Hi guys. So welcome to our grammar lesson for today. Remember this week we are working on grammar instead of actual writing before we start our new writing unit next week. Grammar is a very important part of our writing. We would not be able to write the poems and the letters and the stories that we write without grammar. So yesterday we talked about collective nouns, which were nouns for groups of animals, groups of people, groups of things. We're going to continue talking about nouns today, except today we're going to talk about irregular plural nouns. So, plural nouns, which we have talked a little bit about before in foundations, is when you take a noun like cat and you want to show more than one. So, you add an S, or box, you would add an ES. Right? So, what I have for you today is a couple different things. You're going to start off with your brain pop video. The brain pop video is going to talk about plural nouns, and then it's going to talk at the end about irregular plural nouns, which is what our focus is today. So, I'm going to put a link on the webpage to go right to the video for brain pop, and I'll put the login information in case you forgot. And then we have a couple other things we're going to do as well. So let's come over here. So we have a regular and irregular plural nouns. Regular plural nouns are most nouns in our language. We can make them plural by adding an S. So like I said before, cat, add an S, cats. Right? You can have bike, add an S, bikes. Make it one is singular, more than one is plural. If a noun, we know this from foundations, ends in an S, a CH, an SH, or an X, we add an ES to make the noun mean more than one. So we can have wish turns to wishes. Fox turns to foxes. Right? So bus turns to buses. We add an ES. So most of the time, when a word is more than one, person, place, animal, or thing, we add an S or an ES. Right? So cat, cats. We have book and books, box and boxes, and it's a little hard to see this one, it's blocking it, but we have watch, which ends in a CH, and this would be watches. Okay. An irregular noun, right, means that when we want to make a noun mean more than one, we can't add just an S or an ES. We might actually have to change the word. We might have to add letters. We might have to use a completely different word. So they can be a little tricky sometimes. Sometimes when we have an irregular plural noun that ends with an F, okay, like we have here, calf or even knife. Right? To make it plural, we change the F to a VE, and then we add the S. So calf is one, but calves is more than one. We change the F to a VE and then add our S. Knife is F, right? We change the F to a V, the E stays, and we add the S onto the back. This can also be for words like shelf or scarf. Shelf turns to shelves and scarf turns to scarves. Right? We change that F to a VE and then we add our S. Sometimes we have these irregular plural nouns that you just completely change the word altogether, right? You could change one of the nouns or more than one of the nouns. So when we have one man, like Spider-Man, and then we have more than one, we get men. We change that A to an E. Then we have foot. One foot has OO. More than one foot is feet, and we change it to an EE. These are irregular because they don't follow the regular rule of plural nouns. And then sometimes, and these are very rare, but sometimes both the singular, so one, and the plural, more than one, is going to be the same exact word. So I can have one sheep or I can have two sheep. I can have one moose or I can have five moose, right? We also have fish, right? One fish, 25 fish is another example. So sometimes you have an irregular plural noun that you're not even going to change at all. All right, so what I have for us for today is a couple different things. I have a game here for us to play, which I'm also going to put a link for on the webpage. It's an irregular noun race, right? You're going to go ahead to this little box here, and you're going to click myself. You're going to put in your birthday, and then you're going to go ahead and get to play. You're going to choose a player, and then that player, as they're skiing down the hill, you're going to be given a noun, and you have to pick the correct plural noun for that noun. Right? I also have here, okay, the worksheet that you're going to do. So on this worksheet, you're going to pick whatever the next page is. If someone did the page before, just go to the next page, put your name on the top. And then what you're going to do is you are going to take one of these nouns and you're going to decide, is it singular or plural? You can take the word and you can actually move it. Just make sure that you get that little 4 pointed arrow and you move it to the box. So if mouse is my singular, I'm trying to find the plural match for it, which in this case would be mice. Okay. All right. So that is a whole lot for us to be doing for regular plural nouns. Give us lots of practice today and lots of fun practice. All right. I'll see you guys later. Bye.